Good morning, guys. How are you? It's so good to be with you today. I just am thrilled at all of the amazing stuff you've been sending me. Rashid is just so excited about the letters that you sent him yesterday. He's learned so much about clouds, and a lot of you told him about the water cycle too. Just so awesome. A lot of you have been doing these experiments too. So cool. I got a picture from Maria yesterday. They tried the rainbow experiment I sent and it worked. It was so cool. So keep having fun with this unit. It's such a great one. And I'll send you experiments to try. And if you do, let me know how it goes. I also wanted to show you something really neat today. Math. I really miss doing math with you. It is just not the same. But today, I'm going to show you something neat with math called number machines, and then you'll have a chance to try them at home too. So here we go. This is called a number machine. It kind of just looks like a funny shape, right? But this is where something goes in, and this is where something comes out. If it's called a number machine, what do you think is going to go in? A banana? No, a number. And then once it's in the machine, we're going to tell it to do something. Once it knows what to do, we'll be able to figure out what comes out. This one will show you a little better. Here's my in. And then once that number goes in, the machine is right away going to say, oh, tell me what to do. Machines are really awesome, but they can't think for themselves. So we're going to have to tell our machine what it's going to do with the number we put in. Then, like I said, once it knows what to do, we can figure out what's going to come out of the machine. Right, Rashid? You ready to try it? Okay, let's try this together. Let me get my markers. Here's a fresh machine, no numbers, okay? Put a number in your head. I'm going to try to guess it, okay? I know. 51. Probably not, but that's the one I'm going to use. Now, I've put 51 in the machine. My machine needs to know what to do. What should I tell it to do? Should I tell it to add or subtract? Go up or down? Let's see. I think I'm going to ask my machine to take away. I think I'm going to have it take away 4. I've told it what to do now. Now my machine knows that it's going to take 4 away from 51, or I could also say that as 4 less than 51, right? What is 4 less than 51? Remember, you can count down, or you can go to the nearest 10, which is 50, and think about it that way. I know that 50 minus 4 is 46. So 51 minus 4 must be 47. Or I could count down 4 from 51. Start at 51. 50, 49, 48, 47. Okay, we got it. Now we have a completed number machine. I have something going in, the machine knows what to do, and I have something coming out. It all makes sense. It all connects, okay? So before we go on to something else, let's make sure we get it. When we do a number machine, we're going to put a number between 1 and 100 into the machine. We don't need to be playing around with really tiny numbers for this. You guys are getting so good with bigger numbers. Throw a big number in there. Then you're going to tell the machine what to do. I want you to really challenge yourself. Maybe you want to have your machine add 9. Maybe you want to have your machine take away 8. Maybe you really want to challenge yourself and have your machine take away even more than 10. Whatever you decide, make sure that it all makes sense when you're done, okay? A cool way to check your number machine is to go back up from the bottom. If 51 minus 4 is 47, then don't forget that 47 plus 4 would be 51, okay? So that's a great way to check it. I am sending you a sheet today with lots of tiny little number machines for you to try. You can make any kind of machines you want, but make sure that you do it this way. The other thing I wanted to share with you today is that I've been in my yard seeing all these birds. Have you guys been noticing all the birds that are out? They're everywhere. And yesterday I saw two different birds, two different times. They were each carrying a tiny twig in their mouth. One actually, it might have been more like a little piece of fabric or something. Why are they doing that? Do you know? Do you know, Rashid? He says they're making nests. I think he's right. Did you guys guess that too? Of course you know that. They're starting to make their nests. And that reminded me that I had this really sweet book that I found at the library called Bird Builds a Nest that really helped me think about nests in a new way. I think it might teach you something too. Just something to think about next time you see a bird or a nest or a baby bird, you know. So I'm going to share this with you and then I will let you go and have your wonderful day. It's called Bird Builds a Nest. It's by Martin Jenkins and it's illustrated by Richard Jones. My sneak peek is pretty clear. The title kind of tells me what's going to happen, and sure enough, I see birds, not elephants, not anything else. The back says, an introduction to pushing and pulling for budding scientists. Oh, that sneak peek tells me it might be more than just, you know, a cute little story. Bird builds a nest. It's a beautiful day. Bird is up early. She's got a lot to do. First, she needs some breakfast. What she wants is a nice, juicy worm. Bird pulls hard, but the worm pulls back. It's a big worm and it's strong. Too strong for Bird. Ah, this one's better. It's smaller and not as strong. Delicious. Poor worm. Now Bird can get on with her work. She's not looking for worms now. She needs twigs, lots of twigs. This one's too heavy. And so is this one. All of these will do fine. Bird can carry one large twig or two medium-sized twigs or 3 or 4 small twigs, although it's hard to fit that many in her beak at once. She's building her nest. It's not quite finished though. Carefully, she pushes a twig into the side of the nest and pulls its end back out. I have to tell you, I never really knew exactly how the bird built the nest. Pushing and pulling, she gets all the twigs in place. She works for hours fetching and carrying, flying back and forth, pushing and pulling. Sometimes she drops a twig, but it doesn't matter. She's looking for softer things now, dry grass and feathers. They're very light. She can carry lots of these at once. She tucks them into place, turning around and around, pushing with her whole body. She makes a snug little cup, smooth and soft on the inside. The nest is ready and waiting. Can you guess what it's waiting for? Eggs! 5 of them, speckled and beautiful and getting ready to hatch. And that's the end. But listen to this. Thinking about pushing and pulling. When you try to move something away from you, it's called pushing. Can you find some places in the book where bird pushes something? I remember a few. When you try to move something towards you, it's called pulling. Can you find some places where bird was pulling? Heavy things are hard for bird to move. We saw hard things for her to move, right? And we saw some light things for her to move. But there was a lot of pushing and pulling. And like I said, I never really thought about how the bird got all those pieces into place for the nest. And then the idea that she pushes her body all around the inside to make that cup shape that's safe for the eggs. I just thought that was so cool. So next time you see a nest or a robin or any other kind of bird hopping around looking for those little twigs, you now know more specifically what she's going to do with that. Really, really neat. Well, that's all for this morning. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Keep sending me anything that you want to show me. And I miss you so much. I wish we could all be together, but I'm so thankful for the time that we do have together in a little way. Have a great day. I'm praying for you. Bye.